Welcome back to Assimilation Basketball Association, the ABA. And just in case you're wondering, the reason I call it that is because I assimilated the legends into the normal roster. Assimilating means to join something together. I'll look up the definition quick. Assimilate means to consume and incorporate into the body after digestion. To transform into living tissue by process of anabolism, metabolize constructively. To incorporate and absorb into the mind. To incorporate and absorb the legends into the regular roster. So that's why I call it the Assimilation Basketball Association. And here we are, 2-1 after the first 3 games. And I can't help but notice that Towns has not shot a single three-pointer yet. I watched all 3 games, and he hasn't even shot 1 3 yet. Three-pointer attempted 0. So that's obviously unacceptable. If I were playing, I'd be shooting a bunch of threes with him. And in real life, he'd be shooting a bunch of threes. I mean, look at that. His three-point percentage. So, yeah, I have decided, even though he's killing it on the boards, look at that, 19 rebounds a game through 3 games. That's really good, obviously, but 0 3-point attempts from arguably my best 3-point shooter is unacceptable. So from now on, I'm going to simulate the regular season and just kind of manage the lineup and simulate the regular season. And once it gets to the playoffs, I'll probably watch those games if I make it. And yeah, because playoff stats I don't care as much about playoff stats as I do regular season stats. I don't even think they have a section for playoff stats. Just regular season career stats. So that bugs me when Towns is a 3-point shooter, isn't shooting any threes. I need him to shoot threes. Even though we might win without it, but I think we'd probably have a better chance of winning if he was shooting some threes. So I'm going to go ahead and simulate the regular season at this point. Let's get these lineups configured. So Wiggins is cold right now. They want Butler coming off the bench. I don't think that's a good idea. So we got our point guard balanced. Point guard stats. This is all balanced. We just got to make sure we got 22 minutes out of Butler here. Yeah, he's playing 26. He should be playing more than that, though. We're going to have both those guys play 30. You have Towns and Garnett both play 35. And I'm going to have Garnett play 37. Okay, so everything's balanced. First scoring option, second, I'm going to try to get... I'm just going to do no preference on offense for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and simulate. Should we simulate with Simcast? Real-time simulator allows you to call plays. I don't want to do that. Quick simulator allows you to start and stop in order to make strategy changes. I don't want to make any changes. So, I guess I'll just do this old-fashioned simulate. Lost by a point to Michael Jordan's Bulls. Alright, go ahead and just simulate the whole darn thing, and we'll see what kind of stuff happens throughout the year. Loss, 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 loss. 4-game losing streak, not good. Oh man. Okay, 3-6, 3-7. Not looking too good. Maybe this team I drafted, even though they're all Timberwolves, and I got my Kevin Garnett, but not a very good team apparently. Wiggins got hurt. He's not playing at all anyways. What the hell? Oh, I wonder if they sent Darko down to... Yeah, they sent Darko to the G League. He's not happy about it. Whatever. Alright, we beat the Bucks. Okay, we got a couple wins. 5-10. Wiggins is healthy again. Get him back in there. Get him some minutes now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. All right. I'm going to check something out here with a little bit concerned about the... Alright, we're going to do sample player Marbury. What's his potential? A? Sample player Marbury. I just want to see how this affects his money situation. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to drop that down to 0. Now, old guy. Do we got any old players? We'll go with Bruce Bowen and see how this affects his. Fair enough. All right. Those are the new. I'm going to lower those both down to 0. Trying to have the salary expectations be as low as possible so that these teams can actually afford to have these good players, so many good players on their teams. Marbury broke his darn finger. He's only going to be out for a couple days, though. Still 85 overall, so I'm just going to swap him and Conley's minutes. I'm not sure how you're just day-to-day after a broken finger, but I don't know how you can heal that fast from a broken finger. But it is a video game. So, considering I had the 30th pick and I made myself pick only Timberwolves, I shouldn't have too high. My expectations shouldn't be all that high. $16 and $22. Hopefully I have my draft pick. Hopefully I have a draft pick. Because the rookies should be pretty solid. I'm going to take a look at the prospect scouting quick. Huh. B's the best, but looks like it's a pretty deep draft at least. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah. In the past, I've drafted in the initial fantasy draft, I focused on getting mostly players with one-year contracts so that I could really make a big splash in the free agency after the first year. This time I didn't do that. I didn't really pay much attention to the contracts during the fantasy draft. So I might have some trouble after this first year making any impact in the free agency market. Because I know Kevin Garnett, he's on the last year of his deal. So hopefully I can at least bring Garnett back. I'm going to stop and just make sure, because I have the trades turned off for the computer. So I'm going to see if the computer made any trades. Nope. Neither did I. I was thinking about making a trade for Ricky Rubio, but they didn't include the 85 overall Rubio like they did last year. Last year he was on the all-time roster for the Timberwolves. This year he is not on the all-time roster, unfortunately. I don't know why they would take him off of it, but I suppose the T-Wolves have had a handful of good point guards that are arguably or just as good as Rubio, I suppose. So he wasn't good enough to make the cut, I guess. Yeah, doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs. Levine got hurt. I guess we'll make Zerbiak our starting small forward. All right. All right, now I definitely need to stop and take a look at this. Stop. And I'm also curious, has Towns shot a three-pointer yet? Yeah, all right, he's shooting threes. He shot 300 3-pointers, but he won't do it if you watch the game. If you watch the game, he just doesn't shoot any threes. Doesn't make any sense. And he's also not getting 19 rebounds a game anymore. But he's having a good season. Career high for blocks per game almost. Career low for turnovers per game. Career. So he's having a good season all around. How's Garnett doing? 20 points a game, 12 rebounds. He's doing pretty well. He's a guy that really shouldn't be shooting many threes. And I guess he's not. He's only shot 35 threes. Butler, he's not having a very good year. He's shooting well from deep, though. Shooting really good from deep. Yeah, career high in three-pointers already. But he's not shooting very much. Career high in turnovers. Really not fitting in very well on this team, I guess. Anyways, oh yeah, well, I might as well look at Marbury. So, 12 points a game, 7.5 assists, 28 minutes. Yeah, not that great. Levine, man, he didn't do him very much either. 30 minutes a game, he's only getting 12 points a game. Wow. No wonder I'm doing so bad. Put Milicic in for that one game. All right. Contract extensions. And of course, Garnett wants to test the free agency. Dang it. So, my team, if I can't get Garnett back, then I'm going to be really screwed next year. If I lose all three of these guys. Shoot. Salary cap table, so I'm stuck with Butler for 3 years, Wiggins and Towns for 4, which is a good thing. I like Towns for 4 years, but these other guys, I should have drafted Terrell Brandon instead of Conley so I could get rid of him. Naz Reid, Zerbiak, Ryder. Yeah, it's going to be tough to keep Garnett. I have a feeling it's going to be tough to keep Garnett. Well, do what I can, I guess. All right. Maybe we can win the rest of the games the whole year. Nope. So drafting all these T-Wolves. Yeah. has not really turned out to be all that good of a strategy. Not a good strategy at all. So if I have my own draft pick, which I have my doubts, but if I have my own draft pick, I should have a high pick, at least top 10. So Elgin Baylor, MVP. He had a great season. Jared McCain, Rookie of the Year. Tim Hardaway, Sixth Man of the Year. He did a heck of a job off the bench. Look at that. Michael Jordan and Tim Hardaway. Michael Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. He did very good. Very good. Wembayama, Most Improved Player. Wilt Chamberlain, Clutch Player of the Year. That's a new award. I've never seen that award. And Jason Kidd, Coach of the Year. Mavericks went 62-20. All right, let's advance. All NBA first team. Heat got two players on the first team. D Wade and Elgin Baylor. Bob Pettit and Bill Walton. And Gilbert Arenas. Second team. I got Kevin Garnett on the second team. Too bad it couldn't win enough games to make the playoffs. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, LeBron, Durant, Wembayama on the third team. Defensive first team, Garnett again, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Wembayama, D Wade. Second team defense, Jimmy Butler. So he's good for defense, but apparently wasn't doing so good on offense. All right, and rookie first team. Hey, there's Robert Dillingham. T-Wolf. Now he's a Laker. He did pretty good. I don't see any stats, though. Apparently not many rookies played. Yeah, these guys didn't even play at all, and they made it to the Rookie of the Year team. So rookies, there's hardly any of them are good enough to even crack the rotation. Like 3-4 guys. All right, next up, playoffs. I did not make the playoffs. Simulate plan. All right, that went pretty fast. Now we got the rest of the playoffs. Simulate. Vancouver Ravens, Anthony Edwards, and the Vancouver Ravens are in the 3 seed. Dallas, number 1. Let's see. Boston. LA Lakers made it, but they lost in the first round. Boston, number 1 pick in the fantasy draft, is it still in it? So, Bob Cousy, the leader of the Mavericks. And Gary Payton, leader of the Pacers. And the Mavericks up 3-0, 3-1. Mavericks win it in 6 games. Bob Cousy, MVP. Let's see who's on the Celtics. Kobe Bryant. Pacers had some good players too. Spurs. The Texas Showdown. Mavericks Spurs. And the Mavericks, winners of the finals. Who's that? Anthony Davis, Manu Ginobili, Bob Cousy. 18 assists by Cousy in that game. So yeah, Mavericks win the first year of the finals. First year of the first season. They win the first NBA Finals championship. In Assimilation Basketball Association. That concludes this episode. Thanks for watching. Next episode, I'm going to do the off season. See you soon.